And let me know when we're live. Rolling. And welcome back, everybody, to the Non-Stop Podcast.
Woo!
I think we've been gone for about a month, I think. We've been pretty busy, I guess, but we wanted to give away. We finally are giving away the $100 in this episode. So what you have to do is make sure to go follow down our Instagram.
$100.
Everything is going to be down below. We're going to put the instructions right here somewhere and down in the description. Just going to be make sure to follow our Instagram, like the recent post, and then comments done.
And post it on your story. And post it
on your story, and then we'll enter you in the giveaway. You have anything else to say, Jahir, before we get started?
Man, $100 is more money than I have seen in my entire life. So if you want to be a millionaire, do the giveaway.
Let's get into it.
So Speed met Ronaldo.
I can't believe we. Oh yeah, that is. Yeah. Did you see that?
He did it, bro.
He did it.
He did it, bro.
He really did it after like 3 years.
That's crazy. That's Speed met Ronaldo more times than anyone else has. Ever.
True.
That's crazy, bro. I mean, the span from when he first started following Ronaldo to when he met Ronaldo, that's real dedication to go and meet him.
Facts. I can't believe we've been gone for so long, but we're finally back. Thank you guys for coming to see the podcast again, and we're gonna try to stay on a schedule, but no promises because we just have a lot of things going on right now. But we are very excited to be back.
Yes, sir.
We have some pretty cool topics.
Some pretty sad topics.
We have one of the biggest topics about the submarine. I don't know if you guys heard about the submarine, but
what was it called? The Titan?
It was called the Titan. What do you think about it, Jahir? I mean, it's pretty sad to see how many people died. Was it 5 people, right?
Yeah, it was 5 millionaires.
5 people died. The CEO of OceanGate was on the submarine.
I mean, but it just seemed really mismanaged, the whole operation. I mean, is it true what they were saying that it was being controlled by an off-brand Xbox controller?
Yeah.
Just some
as far as I know, that's true. Yeah.
Some off-brand Xbox controller, and I was talking to my dad about this. He had said that they had found multiple reasons, like that it wasn't regulated, that the boat or that the submarine wasn't like under any kind of regulations or.
The CEO of the company, this guy right here.
Yeah.
He's a real fucking. He's a freaking character. I mean, this guy, like, he said that his industry was too safe and overbearing, and like, so he's been known for like cutting corners,
yeah.
And he didn't want to hire He didn't want to get a check, right? Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He just he just did it the cheapest way possible, and he just
Apparently, he didn't want to hire white people to like investigate or something because they're not very creative people.
Yeah.
Racist. Anyways,
who cares about being creative, dude? I mean,
but yeah, they do you know how? So they imploded at 300. I think it's 375 atmospheric pressures, which is absolutely insane. I mean, like it's like you're gone in like a second, like literally like less than a second.
So what do you think happened to them? Like their bodies? They just like
they just like imagine if you were to grab like a glass, like a super thin glass ball and squish it. Yeah, like that. But
that's exactly what happened.
That's 1 atmospheric pressure. Imagine 375.
Yeah. That's 1?
Yeah. So that's.
How do you know that's 1?
Because we read it.
No, it's 1 atmosphere is like we're at 1 atmosphere right now. Like at 1 atmospheric pressure.
That's incredible.
So if you go like up to space, you'd be like at negative atmospheres, right? Because it'd be less pressure. If you go down,
too much pressure.
Like at
immense pressure.
5 atmospheres, right?
That's crazy. So they just.
Yep, they pretty much died instantly, which is good to go. I mean, that's the way I think I would want to go instead of like, because we always drown. We like everybody thought that they were still alive. For the 3 days or 4 days, however long.
So when did they get there to the 300 atmospheric pressure?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I'm guessing.
I think it was the first day they died.
The first day.
I'm pretty sure it was the first day. Yeah.
They died. Okay, it's supposed to be an 8-hour expedition, and they lost communication an hour and 45 minutes in.
That's
so this thing pretty much went belly up right away. Like,
yeah,
everything went fucked up. Like everything got fucked up like right away at the beginning. Right from the beginning, this thing went wrong. Obviously, like no, right from the
beginning. Yeah,
45. It's nothing.
Like all jokes aside, and like all kind of like I mean, that sucks. But at the same time, they have no one to blame, or the CEO has no one to blame except himself, right?
Yeah.
Because like Diego said, he cut corners and he allowed themselves to be put in that situation because the submarine shouldn't. The way submarines are made, they shouldn't implode, right? Like
No,
under any kind of pressure, they should definitely not implode.
Yeah.
So that was just really bad engineering. Like,
yeah, and the Titanic, like, imagine how far they're going, because the Titanic is down at sea level around, like, what, like 2.5 miles, I think? It's down, like, around 2 miles or something, and that's, like, imagine going down 2 miles, and how deep they are is extremely deep, to the point where during World War II, I believe, submarines would go down to that depth because it's super hard for radar to track them.
wow.
Yeah. So I don't know if you heard, but like the Coast Guard was looking for them with radar, but it's like they're so far down that we might not even see anything because of how far down they actually are.
So what was all that bull crap that they were saying like 2 or 3 days, or yeah, it was like 2 days in, they were like, oh, well, they're using sonar now, and they hear some kind of banging.
Sonar is what I meant, not radar.
From the bottom of the ocean. That was just bullshit. They were just feeding us bullshit.
I think they actually heard an implosion.
I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure too.
They said that and they didn't know.
I'm pretty sure the ship.
So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the ship, as soon as they lost contact, they gave something to the Coast Guard, and they were already like investigating like something that had to do with the submarine, that they were already had an idea of what had happened to it, but it wasn't conclusive, so they were going to search anyways. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the Coast Guard had already kind of known that, you know, something bad had happened to the submarine.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we don't know, right? We're not. I haven't read up on that. I haven't studied into that. But those people, they know what more often than not what's going on, right? They know like, oh, well, this is really bad, but they're not. Yeah. They're obviously not going to tell the public. Well, these people fucking died.
Yeah.
So I will just say one thing, because I've been seeing a lot of comments that are bashing on the company for using an Xbox controller. The military uses Xbox controllers for a lot of things. For super high end, like nuclear submarines, they use Xbox 360 wired controllers.
Sick.
So I will just say that, like, the controller is not the issue. There was so many.
The controller is not the issue, guys.
Yeah, there was so many other things that could have been done correctly, and the controller's not the issue.
Yeah, I don't think the controller was the issue, but I'm just saying, like, it.
Because there's people, a lot of memes that are like,
yeah,
I lost my controller.
For people that aren't
the
like
batteries died or something like that.
That don't like investigate this kind of thing, that don't know about the U.S. military's use of controllers, it's just a bad look. Like for some 40-year-old dude that's watching the news that doesn't know jack shit about this, and they show, oh, they were controlling it by an Xbox controller. Like, well, look at these fucking idiots, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously that wasn't the issue, but I'm sure the military also uses that because it's a cheaper alternative to something else, like, right? Yeah,
it just works better. Like I read a comment on Instagram, like under the sub post, and it was just a guy who's in the Navy. It was like, yeah, I remember when we got like Xbox controllers to control the periscope. It was just so much easier.
Yeah. So, but did you see about the sun? Was it the Ocean Gate?
Oh yeah, the sun.
He went to like a Blink-182 concert.
Oh yeah, but didn't that same son like did not wanted to go on the submarine, or one of the sons didn't want to go on the submarine? I thought it was
one of the other sons.
One of the other sons didn't want to go. He was like, "No, I don't want to go. Like, please don't make me go. I don't want to go." And
I wouldn't go either.
I wouldn't go either.
Yeah, and then the grandma was like, "Oh, it's gonna be fine." And then the dad was like, "Yeah, come on, let's go." And then
he didn't go, right?
And then
he did.
He went. Yeah, he went. And then
I think they're gone. Why would a billionaire go on that one instead of like a more expensive one,
dude?
Like a proper one.
If I'm a billionaire,
that guy was a billionaire.
Well, because you have to listen though, because I mean,
it was his submarine, right?
That thing like has gone down to those depths like 1,000 times, you know. And James Cameron has gone down to the Titanic.
Not on
to
that
see
one,
that.
though.
Yeah, on that one. On that one. On those, yeah.
Really?
He's gone down like 30 times to see the Titanic on those.
Titan though.
On those, yeah.
On the same company?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure James Cameron, because James Cameron came on the news and talked about it.
I know, but
yeah.
I don't know if it was the same company though.
I think it was. If I'm not, then please correct me in the comments.
I know there were children on board. That's terrible.
Yeah,
that's child on board.
But at least they went super quick, because imagine like you're losing air and losing oxygen, and like you're just, you know, the inevitable is coming, and you're eventually gonna run out of oxygen. I mean, would you rather drown or just?
No, I'd rather go like that.
Go like this,
because you don't even get a second to be scared, to fear for your life. You're just instant. You know, like I'm gone.
Yeah, but that's very tragic. Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe
it actually says right here that James Cameron actually went down 33 times.
Yeah.
in a submersible he built himself.
You think
That's
true?
crazy. And
You
you
think
know,
Director James
and these
Cameron built his own
submersibles are very well built too.
Well, it's
I mean, they're
probably
built by carbon fiber and titanium.
Right. I imagine it's something like an experimental airplane, like, you know, you buy like and they send it to your house and like you build it in your garage, like basically. I imagine this is kind of what this is. He probably bought it from a company and like had like professional help.
Yeah, that's
building
crazy.
What
It's cool though.
what I was referencing though, it was one of the billionaire's kids or millionaire's kids. He got into a Twitter beef with Cardi B, right? Because he went to a Blink 182 concert and his
Was
Cardi.
this recently?
Yeah, it was when it was going on.
Oh, okay.
He had posted. He was like, this is just my way of coping or whatever." And Cardi B started bashing him, saying, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot. You're like,
You're a fucking idiot.
you have family that you don't know their whereabouts, and you're over here flexing that you're at a concert." And I don't know. They were just going back and forth. I'm not really want to agree with Cardi B.
He
on
also
anything,
posted
but
like, "Ladies, I'm single."
Oh yeah, I heard. I
Like,
saw that. Yeah.
When after like the sub had gone missing.
really,
Yeah, it was.
It was like,
tweeted
"Ladies, I'm
after the
single" or
sub.
something like that.
rich people
That's
just
what
have
it
this
was.
thing where they're like really tone deaf. I think,
I don't know what it was. I don't know.
and it's just the fact that Cardi B
Maybe.
was arguing with him. It just didn't make sense with me because she's a millionaire. I don't know. I feel like they just have a really strong detachment from reality sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
You know how they say rich people problems, third world or first world problems.
I feel like billionaires are different than millionaires. So you know.
Oh yeah, it's a
Oh,
huge difference.
very, bro, very.
It's a
Cardi's a
difference,
millionaire,
yeah.
but that kid's a billionaire. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like the people don't understand how like
People don't
different
understand how much-
$1
How
million
much money a
and $1
billion
billion
is.
dollars
a million is so much less than.
I mean, $1 million is so little, like
And
extremely
that's crazy because
minuscule.
$1 million is so much, but compared to $1 billion, it's just infinitely smaller.
Yeah, it's just so small.
Because if I had $1 billion, no one would ever hear from me.
Yeah. But you'd be in Mars already.
Yeah. No. Nah, I wouldn't go to space. I just
You wouldn't go?
buy myself a little island in the Bahamas.
If you were a billionaire, Jahir, right? If you were a billionaire and Elon was like, "All right, we're sending some tests, or not tests, but like we're sending the first few rockets to Mars," and he's like inviting people, and he invites you, would you go?
I'd pay extra to get on the one that he's going on, because then my safety is more guaranteed. Because I trust Elon Musk much more than I trust Mr. Oceangate over here.
Yeah. But you would go though?
If Elon took me,
If
yeah.
Elon went?
If
So if Elon went on
And
the
held
same
my
one you
hand.
were on, then you would go with him?
Yeah, but how long would that take? How long would a flight to Mars take? Like years, like decades, no?
I don't know.
Or
Maybe a couple years? A few years or something?
I think it would be decades,
I'm not
dude.
sure.
Like 10 years, 20 years.
It's a long ass time.
Mars is like 100 miles away, bro.
Yeah, Mars is like a few thousand miles away, I think.
7 months.
Okay,
Oh,
see 7 months.
I'm
I was going to say
tripping.
6 months, but
7 months?
Yeah,
That's not that bad.
go fast.
it's not that bad, huh?
It's not. I mean, I said a
3
decade,
three
bro.
months in, you're going to be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe this. I can't believe I'm doing this." 3 months in, 4 months in, you're going to want to kill yourself.
Like a month?
3 days.
3 days to the moon.
3 days to the moon, man. Not even that far, bro.
thought it was
240,000 miles?
How come I remember?
Nothing, man.
240,000 miles. My car has that many miles. It has more than
Yeah.
that. My car has 246,000 miles.
20
Ah.
years.
Oh, that's chum, man.
You've never got
Chum
your
distance, dude.
never got your oil changed, huh?
Yeah, I have a lot of times. That's why it has that many miles.
240,000 miles later, you never changed the oil.
It's got the same oil.
That many miles. What about
It was premium
it's
oil.
got the same oil. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's the good stuff.
Yeah.
I don't need to change it.
Yeah, but speaking of Elon, did you hear about Elon and Mark Zuckerberg?
Yeah, that they would wait. Did they say that they would be open to fighting, or did they say?
Yeah, they did.
that-
So apparently, I saw a video earlier today of Dana talking and how I think he's talking to TMZ, but he was pretty much saying that Mark called Dana up and said like, "Is this guy serious? Like, is Elon serious?" And then Dana was like, "Well, let me ask him." And then he asked Dana, and then Dana also said Dana asked Elon, and then Elon said that he was also serious. And then so he said that both of them are actually serious about actually doing the fight.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh? Who you got? Who you got?
I got Zuckerberg.
Yeah, Zuckerberg has been doing jujitsu,
Yeah.
but I mean, like,
How
if it's gonna be a UFC fight, then I don't know, dude. Because Zuck has experience already. You know what I mean?
You think they'd put themselves up for that?
Well, they
'Cause,
both said yes already,
I mean,
but I don't know. But
they're-
if it actually gonna happen, I doubt it,
I doubt
honestly.
it.
But
Because they're both very public guys in the sense that
yeah,
they're very popular, but at the same time, there's a certain factor of public humiliation if you do UFC, because if you get beat up, you're gonna be all bloody and on the floor and beat up. So I don't know if either of them would want to be subjected to that.
And
Mark Zuckerberg more than anyone, because I feel like he has an ego, like a huge ego.
yeah,
I mean,
and I think
how couldn't you, right? But
yeah, and Elon would have to drop a lot of weight to get down to Mark. Like he'd have to drop like
60 pounds.
I don't know, something pretty hard to do. I think because Elon is a big guy.
Yeah,
he's a tall dude too.
He's a tall dude.
Tall big guy. Have you seen him on his cruise ship or not his cruise ship but his yacht shirtless?
No.
Maybe
I have, but I don't know.
He's white as freaking paper, dude.
Who's got more money?
Elon.
Zuckerberg, right?
Elon
does.
Elon.
Hey, he's bad.
I'm telling you,
him or Putin.
Putin, dude. It's not even a question. Putin's definitely running around this dude. He does not get out in the sun. I mean, just look at him.
Why doesn't Elon run for office in Canada?
He does not go out into the sun. And he looks pretty heavy. He looks like a heavy dude.
He looks like a heavy set guy. Yeah.
Well, he is. He's big. He's a big guy.
Looks like he has gout or something.
He does. I'm pretty sure he has some type of
gastrointestinal disease.
Yeah, something like that.
Joe used to have that, and then he went on the carnivore diet, and he got rid of it.
Yeah, but
what's gout?
Elon, you got to go on the carnivore diet, man.
Get on the
I think gout is like when. Hold on. I think it's gastrointestinal disease, right? When you're always bloated.
Yeah. When you're always bloated, pretty much.
How can you tell when someone's bloated?
It just looks like. Look, the thing is just super.
Yeah, you usually just have like an abnormal.
Wait, gout is an inflammatory arthritis. Never mind, guys. What was I talking about?
You're talking about being bloated all the time. I don't think these two have really any correlation.
I was talking about GERD. No, I don't know what I was talking about.
You're talking about something.
Bro, just throwing words out there.
I was talking about something. Yeah, I'm just throwing words out there.
Bro, I think you're talking about glob. I think he has glob.
Yeah. No.
So wait. So Elon has more money?
Elon's the richest person on the planet. I'm pretty sure.
Doesn't Zuckerberg own Facebook and Instagram and all these websites and all of these companies? I thought. Oh, that's true. Elon is pretty rich.
Yeah, that guy. What is it? Louis Vuitton guy. Elon Musk.
Jeff Bezos, you got left behind, dog.
He's He's almost $100 billion away from my boy Musk.
Weren't they neck and neck like a year ago? Just like,
yeah.
Oh, Elon Musk is the richest, but now fucking Jeff Bezos is the richest. Wow, I stand corrected. Zuckerberg isn't even up there.
It's crazy how.
Well, he's not in the top 3 at least. He's top 5, I think.
How rich is Trump?
Trump is not. I mean, he's not even in the top 10. Not even the top 20.
2.5 billion as opposed to 200 billion. I mean, even that, you're set for life, dude.
Yeah.
These guys,
500. I think 500 million. You're set for life.
239 billion is more the money than than anyone would know what to do.
I'm pretty sure
that's why they're always doing bullshit, random bullshit.
I could spend it.
You could spend 239 billion.
No, you couldn't.
I don't think you could get through a billion.
No, you couldn't.
I don't think you'd get through a billion.
I could spend $1 billion pretty easily. Pretty easily.
A million, but not a billion.
Yeah, one super yacht. What is one super yacht? Like $700 million.
$700 million.
What's
$700? No way.
That's fuck you money, bro. $700 million.
Cost of a super yacht.
Isn't it in the hundreds of millions?
275 million. So you're gonna buy 4 super yachts.
Look at the yacht though. It's not even one of those like super duper. Look at that. That's 275 million right there. No way. Because that's a small. Oh no, maybe it's this one.
Maybe it's that one.
Wait, but how much were this one? Totaling 3.4.
But if you own a super yacht, you don't even need a house at that point. You could just live in the super yacht, right? Yeah. Like, you can just live there.
You can, yeah.
That's insane.
Facts.
Nah,
I don't. Facts.
Well, me personally, I don't think I could get through $1 billion, let alone 239 billion. But I mean,
Nah,
those guys just own. They just buy different companies and shit, right? I mean,
$527 million. The world's most expensive super yacht is $500 million.
Dubai.
$1.5 billion.
4.8.
Man, I mean, I remember we had this one guy. His name was Tim. Yeah, that guy Tim. And I remember he always used to smell bad, man. It's fucking funny, dude. Like, especially because some people don't get it though.
No, some people
don't get it.
That's right. He's like, we had this one kid. He didn't have any arms, but he used to fight everybody.
He used to get you.
I feel like he just makes shit up sometimes, bro.
He would just.
He's a quick thinker.
He's a quick thinker.
Get you in between his chin and his chest, right there.
He'd be like, yeah, neck to neck, man. And then once you got you neck to neck, man, you're done.
You're done.
Yeah. He's funny, dude.
He is funny.
If you don't know who Theo Von is, I highly suggest you go and watch some of his podcasts, or just go watch Theo Von. He's hilarious. But yeah, so Andrew Tate has been charged with rape and sexual harassment,
sex trafficking,
and sex trafficking. Yeah, human trafficking. That is some pretty big charges. After like 4 or 5 months, he's finally been charged.
Being out, yeah,
that is crazy.
But yeah, he was just charged, and now he's being charged again. I mean, and sometimes maybe they'll have evidence, but most of the time the evidence doesn't even hold up. I mean, what do you think is up with that? I mean, he's been very low key as opposed to prior him getting arrested the first time. He's been very low key since he got out to now. Like, I haven't really seen as much of him as I saw before.
Yeah, did you see the BBC interview?
No,
you didn't see the BBC interview. It was like the first interview that they did after the first interview that he did after he was out of jail was the BBC. And let me tell you, did you see it, Dio? You didn't see it, have you? Let me tell you, that interview was a really bad look for the BBC.
Really?
A really bad look.
They
went to his house and they pretty much just asking him loaded questions. And yeah, they just they made themselves look pretty bad. There was this lady, I forgot her name, but the lady that was interviewing him, like, she was just like such a Karen, you know? Like, she wasn't there to get the actual story. She was just there to push what she wanted to push on him. And did you rape anybody? All this stuff, all these like big questions. And then Andrew was just pretty much there trying to answer them. And he was answering them, but it's like, I don't know. He Andrew made it clear that he's doing them a favor by letting them into his house and letting them interview him. But yeah, if you haven't seen that video, also go watch the video. I thought it was pretty. It was just not a good look for the BBC.
So it wasn't an interview as much as an interrogation, right? She just kept asking him questions.
Yeah, honestly.
Like, she wasn't really having a because I feel like an interview is like a conversation, right?
Yeah.
You're having a conversation with someone, and there's questions in there just to learn more about them or what they're doing. But I feel like the way they treat them is just interrogation, just like, why did he do this, or who's next, or doing shit like that.
Yeah, it definitely felt more like an interrogation. Yeah,
that's embarrassing. I mean, the BBC is a huge network. In what is it, in Britain?
Yeah, but what's it called? Do you think like these charges are gonna stick? Because I mean, he's going to court because he's been charged now. He's gonna go to court in Romania. But I don't know, dude. Like,
I don't know if they're gonna stick. Honestly, I don't. He does have a lot of money, and he has mentioned he got his money in some unsavory ways, although not illegal. You know. But I don't know if he was, if he is guilty. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, to make money like he has, and where he is, you can't be by the book always. Yeah. But I'm not saying, I'm not trying to justify, like, maybe he did rape, maybe he did do some sex trafficking. I'm not saying that. Yeah. But I'm just saying, maybe he did break a couple rules, but I don't think anything of that sort of gravity. But
as far as we know, like, as far as the evidence is, like, there's no evidence to actually support that he actually raped somebody, right? I mean, because those two girls, like,
I think he would be, I think he would have been sentenced to life already. Yeah, if there was really,
he would have been charged like within a few weeks, I think.
He would have been convicted, and he would have been, I mean, if there was really that much evidence, and it was really that clear that he was doing all that stuff, it wouldn't have been even a question of, oh, who's right, who's wrong. You would have just been, you're out, you're gone. Yeah. So
I honestly. I think Andrew is a pretty good role model. So I really hope he doesn't. I really hope he doesn't get convicted, or I really hope that none of the things that they're saying are true. So let's I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see, what the verdict is. Yeah. I really do sincerely hope that he is acquitted of all charges, because I definitely don't want to see him be put away. Yeah. But
all bullshit aside, I mean, he went viral because he was also promoting the return of not toxic masculinity, but actual masculinity, men being responsible. Really, is what he was trying to promote. I mean, in his own ways, which people didn't totally agree with, but you got to do certain things to send a message. Because if he was just going on the internet talking about, oh yeah, you have to be men, you have to work, just vanilla, people wouldn't care. But the way he was saying these things, made people mad and made people upset. The same way Donald Trump did with his time as a president,
Yeah.
or with his campaign, you have to do things to make people look at you, and then you promote your message, which isn't always what you got people's attention with.
Yeah.
You it's the hook. It's a grabber, and
Yeah.
then you start saying, well, I just want men to be men. I just want men to stop getting pushed around and be more responsible and take care of themselves. Kind of like that,
Yeah. And then you mentioned Trump. Trump has also been charged with what was Trump charged with, you?
Sexual assault, no?
Is it sexual assault? I think
or
he was
something
charged
like
with
that. Like
sexual-
he gave the lady money, or was that before?
Was that fraud? No.
No, he gave the lady money to
What was her name?
hush money. I don't know her name.
Yeah, yeah. Trump charged obstruction and unlawful retention. Oh yeah, the defense. Apparently he had some like illegal documents in his house or something like that. In his house in
Argo?
Huh?
Argo? Key Largo or something?
Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago, yeah.
Where is that?
Isn't that here in California? No, is that in New York? Florida? Oh, Florida. Damn. Well, I gotta get my facts straight.
For real.
Yeah, but Trump
Is that
and
legal information in there?
yeah. Well, I think he had like classified information that he wasn't supposed to have.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
He had something.
he had something.
That dude's crazy. You think he's gonna be
He's
president
awesome.
again?
I hope so.
You think he'll run again?
I really hope
Oh, I
so.
think he'll run again. But do you think
He's
I
running
really
again
hope
already.
so.
is DeSantis running as well?
Yeah, he's also running.
Because he's been blowing up. Not just because he's an idiot, but I think I heard somewhere that he was running. Like,
Yeah, DeSantis and Trump are running. I think Trump will become the nominee because I don't think you can. I just don't think you can beat Trump.
he doesn't even need a campaign, dude. Everyone. I mean, well, maybe not everyone, but the vast majority of Americans, you ask, who Donald Trump is? Yeah, I know exactly who Donald Trump is.
I really just honestly, and I want people to understand that I don't put myself in a Republican or Democrat category. I really don't. I really don't like to category myself with either party just because I just don't really like either party specifically. But I really don't see why people would vote for Biden again. Like, I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I
get what you're saying.
I cannot see him running the country another 4 years. He's not even running the country now, but I just can't see him being in office another 4 years.
Yeah.
I just can't see
I
it.
agree. He just
Dick.
he just makes himself look bad with things he does.
So, there was a video of there was one of the congressmen. I forgot what his congressman. I think it's John Fetterman. John Fetterman. He's a Democratic congressman, and he's sitting. He's giving a speech, and Biden is right next to him, and he's saying, and keep in mind, John. Yeah. Keep in mind, John Fetterman has some sort of. I think he has some sort of stroke. Yeah, he had a stroke, and then and after the stroke, he was elected into Congress. And then during the speech, he's like, I'm sitting right here next to a collapsed bridge. And Biden is right next to him, dude. Yeah, I'm sitting right next to the president of the United States next to a collapsed bridge. I'm being dead serious, dude. Watch this video. This is crazy, dude.
I think it's this one.
Yeah, we'll find it.
Collapsed bridge.
Yeah.
And now I'm standing next to the president again, next to a collapsed bridge here. And he is here to commit to
What
work
the hell,
with,
dude?
Look at Biden's face. He's like, this guy speaks. He's like, look at Biden say, this guy speaks very eloquently.
the governor
Look at him.
and
Look what he's wearing, dude.
the-
He's wearing a fucking hoodie.
delegation.
He's wearing Carhartt, bro.
Come
to
on.
make sure that we get this fixed quick, fast as well.
Look
too.
at Joe.
This is a president that is committed to infrastructure.
Infrastructure.
This is absolutely unbelievable, dude.
So
And
wait,
then-
so he's a senator.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think he's
he's the
Yeah.
senator of Pennsylvania, right?
Oh, but he had a stroke prior, so that's why he's like a little off.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They still elected him.
He got elected.
He got elected after he got the stroke. Yeah.
So he had the stroke, and then they still elected him.
Yeah.
So do you think that's valid? I feel like that's a little. I mean, I'm sure he's not like a total idiot, but I'm sure that there's like a little sympathy involved there, right?
It worked, but like you can't have sympathy for that.
That's what I'm saying.
He has a
Like,
stroke. Like
someone's
you can't
running-
Just be like,
if someone's
"Oh,
running for office
it's
in your
okay."
state, in your country, you can't just say, "Well, we need to give him a little advantage because
Yeah.
he had a stroke." Maybe I don't know. I'm not
You need to be
educated
like,
on him,
Nah,
but
you gotta be like, dude, you had a stroke. You can't be
You can't run,
running
bro.
the
You-
freaking state.
Yeah.
You can't
you
be
know,
running
it's
it.
like
And
yeah.
especially like, because I feel like it actually did affect him a lot.
I mean, he just called the president a collapsed bridge.
Yeah. And there's another video of Biden recently, like giving a speech, and,
now,
he
I'm
ends
standing next to-
he ends the speech with saying "God save the Queen."
That's bro
I'm being
thinks
dead
he's English,
serious,
mate.
dude.
Bro thinks he's English, bro.
Joe Biden, God save the Queen.
Where was he giving the speech?
Dude, come on, you like this has to be a fucking joke, dude.
All right, well, I tell you what. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask the White House photographer to come up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand. I usually shake everybody's hand, but I'm going to stand in front of each section. No, I really mean it. And then, if you can see the camera, they can see you.
Think about it.
And it's the least consequential part of this whole meeting for you. I promise. All right. God save the Queen.
What the hell is he talking about,
Dude, I feel like
God save the Queen.
I don't know if there's any like rational young adult that
All right, guys.
that actually likes Biden, because I feel like I can't see from his point of view, but I feel like they're all just older people. They're like 70-year-olds, 60-year-olds at his little things, cheering him on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people, but there's a lot of young, dumb liberals.
But do they listen to what he's saying or see what he's doing?
I don't think so, because I don't think the news doesn't really report this stuff.
Who said God save the Queen?
He said God save the. First he's
The Queen died, bro.
First he's falling downstairs.
Wouldn't it be the king now?
Yeah.
God save the king, and the Queen died, dog.
First he's falling downstairs. The next thing you know, he's saying God save the Queen. Next thing you know, he has another fellow Democrat senator telling him that he's a collapsed bridge. Like, and my boy has a stroke. He's freaking deficient, dude. And he even knows what's going on, bro.
It's because I'm sure,
This is embarrassing, dude.
I'm sure 15, 20 years back, he would have been a very competent president. But
He's lost it, dude.
He's 80 something, right?
He's never been.
Yeah, it's not even that he's 80, because Trump is up there too. I mean, Trump is an old guy too. But it's not even that he's 80. It's that his literal mental like capacity.
He just stopped.
It's just not there. Like he has some sort of dementia. He has something, dude. You know. Yeah.
He did?
He did? Let's get raising his hand. Put your hand down,
He
dumbass.
just fell on what stage? He's at the Air Force Academy. He actually fell down? Well, I hope he wasn't hurt. I hope he wasn't hurt.
Why are they laughing?
The whole thing is, look, the whole thing is crazy. You got to be careful about that. You got to be careful about that.
Put your
Because you
fucking
don't-
hand down, bro.
Even if you have to tiptoe down a ramp, you got to.
That's what.
Why does
Like
Trump
an
look like
ice-
he's a Whoville
You know,
character?
it's a shame because that was the best.
Look at his
speech
hair.
I think I've ever made.
He's got to
It
do
was
something with that hair, huh?
pouring rain and it was horrible.
It's not even his.
Yeah, it is, dude.
It was pure like a.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, dude, but that's fucking
That's right.
like this is like I'm sure there's so many countries that are just sitting there just laughing at us. Yeah,
dude.
they're just laughing at
These
the
are the
president of the
people
United
in
States.
power. Like,
And if that was
What's
and if
he
that was
doing to
Trump,
her, bro?
and if that was Trump, dude,
What is he doing here, man? Yo, what is this? This is so.
what is he doing, dude?
look at the
That's
girl,
so
bro.
weird,
the girl, like,
dude.
what the fuck?
That's so weird.
God, oh, come on, man. Come on, man. It's a big fucking thing. Is that what he really said?
To the president.
That's a big fucking deal.
Imagine he just starts like,
What the?
Got a lot of thanks to give.
Oh my god.
This is the creepiest.
what is he doing, dude? It's so weird.
Well, it's like he just pulled her. He just pulled her aside. Like,
At least the VP didn't get
What
that
the-
close
what
to Hillary. Now, Hillary and President Obama have come a long way in their history of hugging. From this paltry excuse for a hug 8 years ago after he defeated her, to this. A hug so close that Hillary closed her eyes. They even gazed into each other's eyes. This was a hug
And then
so
they kissed
novel
each
for
other.
these two.
I don't know. I don't like the news. I don't like CNN. I don't like.
News.
And apparently, I don't watch the news.
Apparently, I don't watch the news. My grandpa likes the Powerball. I've never been on live television before.
Yeah.
Have you seen the What Did You Like to Know, Weather Boy?
did you think about the ride?
It was great. And apparently, I've never been on live television before.
What did you just learn the word apparently?
Apparently, sometimes I don't watch I don't watch the news because I'm
His
a
grandpa
kid,
probably
and
says it a lot.
Every time, apparently, Grandpa just gives me a remote after we watch the Powerball.
After we watch the Powerball.
He's funny.
But yeah, man. There's been a lot of things happening, a lot of things going on,
It's
a lot of
crazy.
things
Crazy world we
going
live
up
in.
and down. Pride Month. I know it's kind of a
Pride
touchy
Month,
subject, but I think we
bro.
should give it a little touch on the subject.
Yeah, we should touch the touchy
I
subject.
think we should touch the touchy subject. If you guys don't know, we live here in California in the South Bay, and so we actually, when we were in school, we went to LAUSD, which is the Los Angeles Unified School District, and LAUSD just had a protest for or against LGBTQ. That parents were actually protesting LGBTQ or Pride Month teachings in the school. I'm pretty sure there's a video on it. But pretty much there were, I think it was somewhere downtown LA. I think a little bit north, somewhere in Hollywood, I think. But pretty much the parents were protesting outside of the school. Or outside of LAUSD somewhere, and they're pretty much protesting how they don't want the teachers or the school board to push any type of agenda on their kids. Pretty much just telling them to leave their kids alone and just teach them math, science, etc. And that's it. Don't teach them about being gay or anything like that. But I would personally agree with that because if my son is coming to me and he starts talking to me about what does gay mean and I want to be a girl, I'd be like whoa, hold on a second, who told you this stuff?
I feel like there's a difference between learning from life and between learning from school. There's things that you learn from school like basic arithmetic, math, English, maybe another language. We should really start learning other languages at a very early age, but that's besides the point. Social sciences, biology, physics, things like that. Things that will help you find a certain technical trait in life that you may enjoy. I've always felt like school should just be kind of like where you figure out what you want to do as an adult instead of them telling you, because as a kid, if your mom tells you it's okay if you eat a cookie, you're going to eat the cookie. Mm-hmm. If your mom tells you it's okay if you jump on the bed, you're going to jump on the bed. So if you got adults in your life telling you, it's okay to be homosexual, it's okay to change your gender, I understand where they're coming from, but as a child, you got to take it from the child's perspective. Well, they're going to go home and they're going to say, well, my teacher said it's okay for me to be homosexual, even though maybe they don't feel that way. One day in the future, they're going to be like, well, that's not who I am. I don't know why they told me that, So I think we should just leave the kids out of it, how they say, I think...
leave the kids out of it. It's almost like...
Isn't that what happened with Nick Merckx, actually, the Call of Duty streamer? Mm-hmm. He had a bundle in the Call of Duty store or whatever,
and he just said leave the kids alone.
He just said leave the kids alone. He didn't say he didn't make any kind of hateful comment. He didn't disrespect anybody. He just said just leave the kids out of it, which is the way I feel like a lot of people agree with that. And Activision actually went ahead and they removed his bundle.
That's crazy, dude.
Which takes away a lot of money from him.
Activision, bro.
Activision, and so. Yeah, they got a lot of backlash for that. I think Tim the Tatman is another streamer, and he said, well, he's my friend, so in protest, take my bundle out of it too. You guys aren't making money
that's a W friend right there, dude.
I mean...
He said that?
Yeah.
Dang, that's a W friend
just
right
take
there.
my bundle off.
That's a W loyalty right there.
So it's like, he didn't, like I said, he wasn't being hateful. He wasn't being disrespectful. He wasn't, he wasn't spreading any kind of negative message. He said, leave the kids out of it, and that really applies to almost everything, everything wrong. Kids have this certain innocence about them that we should just leave them out of the struggles and the power grabs, because that's really what a lot of these agendas are doing. It's a power grab to just take control of kind of the culture that we have right now.
And we don't even first of all, we don't care if you're gay. We don't care if you're gay or
I don't
trans.
Discriminate. I have no
care.
kind of what is it, precognition? I don't know. I have no kind of ill will towards anybody for how they feel, for who they choose to be.
The only problem, we don't care, but the only problem comes when you start pushing it, when you start forcing it onto people. That's the only problem that people have with it, is if you force it onto people.
I agree.
But
I think
nobody cares. Like, we don't care if you're gay, we don't care if you're trans, we don't care if you want to change your gender, we don't care if you want to be bisexual, whatever it is. We don't care. It's as long as you don't push it onto other people.
I don't. Yeah, I have zero problem with who people choose to be. Especially when they get to a certain age of 18, 19, 20, 21, you know. Yeah. I think that to me, there should be a cutoff. Well, not should be, because I am no one to push my beliefs on anybody. But, you know, I just feel like it's better for someone of a ripe age, of someone who is aware of the culture and the significance of changing genders.
Yeah.
As opposed to Zaya Wade.
Right.
Which I'm sure it was you know, kind of how Zaya felt, and they talked about it with their parents, but also the kid's very young, you know.
Children.
I don't think they really have a full, complete grasp on how life works. Yeah.
Be able to make any type of gender or sex decision that's gonna change the rest of their lives.
She now, right?
Near like maybe 18 or 21, but.
I mean, I think it's a she now. She can't vote, but she was able to transition her gender fairly quickly, might I add.
What age?
She's like 10, I think. 11? I don't know. But she's very young. I don't think she's even old enough to vote. And
you have to be 18 to vote, so.
I don't think, you know, like I said, just leave the kids out of it. I mean, you can choose to be who you want to be, and you can choose to love who you want to love.
Yep.
Unless it's a child, right? So just leave the kids out of it, really.
Just leave the kids out of it, man, and then we'll be all right. Everything will be all right.
Yeah, you know? I mean, and like I said, if a kid who feels that way at a very young age, like I was thinking about this the other day. If I had a kid who felt that way at a very young age, and they said, well, maybe I want to transition, and I was like, okay, well, give it some time, live your life, and then if you know, when you turn 20, 21, and you still want to make that choice, I will fully support it.
Yeah.
I will fully support that. I'm not against it. I'm not saying, you know, don't do that. But just if you're, I don't think children should be subjected to that kind of.
No, definitely not.
They already have.
16-year-olds are idiots. I mean, have you seen a 16-year-old?
And they're super impressionable. I mean, if they.
I was an idiot. I was a fucking like Joe said, he was a fucking chimp. I was a fucking chimp at 16, dude.
That's the thing. There's a huge mob mentality. Like if a kid sees a bunch of kids smoking pot, they're gonna smoke pot.
Yeah.
If they see a bunch of kids going to the bathroom and fighting, they're gonna go to the bathroom and fight.
Yep.
So it's just,
if they see a bunch of pride, gay stuff in their classroom, they're gonna be indoctrinated into that gay pride stuff.
Yeah.
Which is like we said before, we don't care if you're gay, but just, you know, leave everybody else alone.
Yeah, I'm not forcing anyone to do anything, so you know, I don't want to be forced to do anything myself.
Correct. Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty crazy how big everything has gone. Like, I don't even understand why
it's an issue.
Yeah, like exactly why it's an issue. But it's just an issue because of how people want to push it. You know, they just want to push it onto everybody else. But when you just, you know, if you were to just not push it onto anybody, then nobody would have a problem with it. You know?
And you know, this is just, we're just saying gay, like the pride stuff, because it's very topical right now. But we've had this conversation before about history teachers pushing their political beliefs onto their students. And trying to, you know, like, if you feel that way as a teacher, you know, that's fine. But it is your job, I would say, to be neutral in the classroom.
Yeah.
To be neutral in the classroom. It's okay to debate with your students and, you know, exchange thoughts and views.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's okay to bash the other side the way, you know, our history teacher would bash the other side and say, well, fuck these people, they're idiots. But these people were the best of them all, and like you know, cry when they would pass away or when something would happen to them. You know, just make the kids pick sides. Basically, I don't think that's okay with anything.
Yeah.
I think everyone should be allowed to believe what they want to believe. What the fuck
is this, dude? There was this one reporter, and the guy asked him. I think it might have been in in Congress or something. They were having some type of hearing. And the guy, because this is the guy was supporting for transgenders to compete in, you know, the other gender sport.
Yeah.
And then the guy, the other guy was like if Mike Tyson were to identify as a woman, do you think it would be his right to? Do you think he should be allowed to compete in the women's sports? And the guy was like, yeah.
I mean, if he...
I was like, yeah. He was like, the simple answer is yes. I'm like, what are you talking about, you idiot?
Because when you're so far gone to one way, you just gotta stick with it. I guess you just gotta die by your own, because you know damn well that would be an absolute, what's it called? It would be a mess. It would be a massacre. Mike Tyson would. I mean, that's when there would be a huge disparity. When people would say, "Why is Mike Tyson beating up women? Why is Mike Tyson fighing women?" Well,
yeah, but those people that
you pushed.
Yeah, those people that are like saying like, "What the?" Those people. Those people that are saying that transgender should be allowed to compete, they have to stay consistent. So with anybody, they have to say yes.
They have to say yes.
Yeah.
So, I was listening to this podcast the other day, and they had mentioned, what if you create a transgender league with all the transgenders?
Right.
I mean,
right.
Because I mean,
do that.
That's inclusion.
Do it.
Right?
Do it.
That's inclusion. Making
right.
not shoehorning anything anywhere, but just making it its own thing.
Right.
Because that's already become a problem, right? With sports. I mean, they took all of Caitlyn Jenner's medals away and things like that because they were in a male sport, and So I don't know. That's just my take. Again, just live your life. Be who you want to be. Don't force things on anybody, because that's not right.
Yeah. Speaking of women's sports, the Women's World Cup is coming up. Is it in next month? Right.
Yeah.
Next month. Are you gonna be watching it? Who you got?
I guess so. I think.
He said, "I guess so."
I don't know. I don't really keep up with a lot of women's sports like that.
Bro, no, that's sexist, dude.
I'm not sexist. I mean, I
can't believe you just said that.
Like women's sports. He said doesn't like women.
Clip it.
I love women. I love all the women.
Whoa.
In my life.
Whoa.
In my life. I love my mom. I love my sister. I love my girlfriend.
All right. Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll be watching it. It's not something that I had on my calendar or anything.
Yeah.
But it doesn't hurt to turn on a game or two.
Oh my god! You hear the way he's talking about it? What boy is like? I guess it. I didn't have it on my calendar, but I guess it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt. I mean, I could say I'm not gonna watch it, but I am gonna watch a couple games. So.
Yeah.
I think Norway might win it. I've heard good things about Norway.
I got the U.S. winning it, boys, ladies and gentlemen.
I've heard that the U.S. is having some depth problems, but
yeah, but I think we've covered a lot of topics today. I know we were gone for quite a bit of a long time, but we're finally back. We're gonna try to stay consistent. Like I said, no promises. Make sure you join the giveaway, $100.
Yeah, $100.
Follow on Instagram.
It might be two $50 gift cards or what, or just $100 gift card.
I think we'll do. I don't know. What do you think we should do, Dio? We'll do one. We'll do one hundo. And so make sure
I'll do a hundo, dude.
We'll make sure to follow the Instagram, like the recent post.
Yeah.
Comment done, and then post it on your story, and then you'll enter to win the $100. But thank you guys so much for watching. Jahir, do you have any last words?
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you don't take anything I said negatively. I'm just trying to spread a positive message. Live, laugh, love, like it says on top of my living room.
See ya.
Bye. Woo! Reproductive.